to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
65.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Yannick Ngakoue drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. Touchdown, Colts.
Touchdown, baby.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
He's checking. Crash. Recon, 132 fighter. Watch Mike. Now.
Back to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, we're 33.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He finds Taylor, complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
2nd and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 53 is mine. I want that. Go.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. 36.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Right here.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, the tight end David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First down.
Hurry!
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go! Let's do it!
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Escaping the pressure right. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mayfield now. Flush to his right. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Flushed out right.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield off the play fake. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down, first and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Mayfield, flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, you'd have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. The extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Mack, draw play, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
60 outlaw.
They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
They run with Hines. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Down. 8, read.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield going for the deep ball. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Regular.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Man, I got you. Man.
Mayfield on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Let's go, King.
Mayfield with it once more. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
52. It's our time.
2nd and 11. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
52 is the mic right here.
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pick up there for the Browns, 15 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
180. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left, and this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 37. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Mayfield. On the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On second down, it's Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's see what you got.
Now a carry from Mack. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Hines. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
I'm going to run you over.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have